Shalawama, Shalawama. I'm DrYasapa from Zion Law School. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Astrotheology number 8. Astrotheology debriefing number 8. We're going to discuss part 3 of the Star of Bethlehem. So welcome everybody. Call people, call your friends and family, let them know that we are live. We're about to do the Astrotheology live stream. We are live right now. Thanks to all those who have been contributing in a financial way. Much appreciated. Those Cash Apps and those PayPal me donations, investments. We appreciate it. It's very, very much needed. Thanks to everybody who holds it down in the comments. Also, very, very much appreciated. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our streaming 101 Ancient Ibaryath course and who are ordering our 911 Ibaryath Rescue Ancient Phoenician Paleo Hebrew International Edition, which is the book we've been promoting throughout this live stream series. So thank you. We appreciate your support. Also, remember, what we do at Zion Law School, our primary work is teaching Ibaryath, Ancient Ibaryath. That's our primary work. Astrotheology is a tool that allows us to do that, all right? But it's also information that we all as a people need to know, okay? So let me just say this regarding Ancient Ibaryath, all right? If you are... you ascend from the house of Yasharallah, or as some people might say, if you're an Israelite, all right, you need to know Ancient Ibaryath. It's our language, okay? We need to get you educated, all right, in Ancient Ibaryath. It is for your benefit to return to the Most High and to reclaim your language. It's to your benefit. All right, we've made it very easy for you to do that with our streaming online course. There's no contract, no obligation. You can cancel anytime, and it's almost free, right? It's $10 a month. So anyway, that's there for you. That's the most important thing, okay? Astrotheology is important, but reclaiming what is yours, your heritage, your language, Ancient Ibaryath, is even more important, and it's fun. It's really, really fun. The things that you'll see, the things that you'll realize will blow your mind. All right, so I need to check the live stream, y'all. So give me a second. While I'm doing this, y'all help me out. Let people know that we are here and that we are live, okay? Y'all do that for me. So give me a few minutes. I need to check a few things. If also, I want to say welcome to our subscribers and new subscribers. It's good to see y'all. Appreciate you coming in. Y'all see? All right. So yeah. Okay. So good. All right. So live stream connection is good. So welcome subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, I would like for you to subscribe now. Okay. Subscribing is one way to support our work. All right. So subscribe now. To those who are already subscribed, thanks for support. Like and share the video. So again, this is a debriefing or discussion on the Devil's Pulpit. The link to the PDF is in the comment section. All right, there's a link to a free PDF in the comment section. All right, so Devil's Pulpit, part 3, the Star of Bethlehem. Again, we're dealing with Matthew chapter 2, verse 2. The call-in number, let me show the call-in number. Call-in number is 530-554. Hold on, y'all. 530-554. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's scrolling at the bottom. Call-in number is 530-554-9419. 530-554-9419. 9419. So our discussion right now, again, is part 3 of the Star of Bethlehem. Matthew chapter 2, verse 2, still, quote, "Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him." So the author brings some very important information to our attention here. And here it is. Here it is. The author says here, now this is on page 3, the very last part of the paragraph, at the bottom of the paragraph, the author writes here. He writes here, for having slain. So having slain, he's talking about what? Let's continue reading. For having slain, quote, all the children from 2 years age or 2 years old and under that were in Bethlehem and in all the coast thereof, end quote. So what is the author referring us to? Clearly, King Herod, set out to kill all the children who were 2 years old and younger, right? This is the gospel story. I think most people know the gospel story. Set out to slay all children 2 years old and younger. Okay, now let's continue reading, or we can discuss it. So Rachel, according to the author, Rachel at the time that this was written had expired. She was already gone, deceased, 1,732 years. Okay, so Rachel, her children, well, Rachel died 1,732 years before this verse was written. That's a long time, right? 1,732 years. So the author is saying, the author's point is what? That this could have absolutely nothing to do, literally, with Rachel and her children, because Rachel was already gone. She'd already expired. So how could it have anything to do with, in other words, how could Rachel be weeping and she's already expired? 1,732 years. Y'all see the point? So the author is saying this clearly is not talking about Rachel weeping. She can't weep. She's gone. Already expired. So the author's point is that it has to have another meaning other than a literal meaning. And that other meaning, according to the author, is astronomical. Remember, the children are the two twins, Gemini. I think it's Gemini of May. All right. Okay. So if you want more on that topic, go back and watch Astrotheology debriefing number 7. Okay, so the author gives us that information. All right. So yesterday also in number 7, we talked about Saba, or the Sabian Moors. All right, we talked about Saba, or the Sabian Moors. Now, if you go over on page 35, so y'all are welcome to call in. The phone line is open, 530-554-9419, 530-554-9419. We see this quote from Psalm 72. Quote, "The king of Tarsus and of the isles shall give presents to the kings of Arabia, and Saba shall bring gifts." Y'all see that? Saba, Sabian Moors. All right. So we mentioned that also in Astrotheology number 7. So go back and find out what that has to do with astrology. Okay. Go back and listen and watch that video, Astrology number 7. All right. The debriefing. Okay. All right. So what else is there in this chapter? Oh, Now the author starts talking about the Magi, right? Who are the Magi? Who are these three wise men from the east who went to worship the baby, the child who was to be born king of the Jews? Who are they, these Magi? Well, Magi is what? Magi, magic, black magic, Magi, magic, black magic. Y'all remember that? Black arts, black gowns, black dresses. So you might associate that with so-called judges, right? They're wearing black gowns, black robes in honor of these magi, magicians, black arts practitioners. So I'm getting this information from page 36, y'all. Page 36. Now, the priest, the Catholic priests, they're also wearing what? Black, right? They're wearing black in honor of these black magic or black art practicing priests. Okay? Even preachers, some of the preachers, I've seen them wearing black, right? When I was a kid, when I was younger, rather, the preachers used to only wear black robes, all right? And the author tells us that they are worshiping what they call their divine master. Their divine master, the Black Prince. Okay, now by black, they're referring to evil, wicked. Okay? And these priests, these magicians, what are they doing? They're putting people under a spell. According to the author, it's the God's spell. The God's spell, God's spell, Spell. All right, you might want to relate that to the Gospels, the God spell, the Gospels. All right, so how are they doing this? They're using stories and words, right? Casting spells with stories and words. That's what's happening. That's what they do. They cast spells by using stories and words. So we have some videos on our YouTube channel about that. Okay, how that's done. And if you subscribe to the 101 Ancient Ibaryath course, the streaming course, you'll see how that is done. When you come to our 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday class, that live class online, you'll see how spells are cast. All right. So here's what I say: we break the God spell. We break the God spell by getting this information into the hands of people so that they can make intelligent choices about what they believe. So the people can go from the state where they're at right now, where they just grew up believing something, that's what they believe in their family, and that's what they've always kept, and that's what they're teaching their children. That's toxic, right? So they can go from that and shift over to receiving this excellent education and then make an intelligent, informed decision about what they're going to continue to believe, or they can decide, well, you know what? I don't want to believe that anymore. So this puts you back in control of your life. It helps you break the God spell that is cast by these black arts practicing, black magic practicing priests, all right, who the author is associating with the three magi, the three magicians, all right? So this whole story, from an astronomical point of view, is making the Gospels, in my opinion, uh, uh, it's not good for the Gospels, for those who, that's my opinion. It doesn't have to be yours, right? Does not have to be yours. You have to use your own mind. All right, now note what the author is saying here. So if y'all want the details on this, you have to read page 36. That's where I'm getting all of this information from. Okay, so the God spell, the black prince, the divine master who these people worship. This is the priesthood. This is not only the Catholic priesthood, but all of the Christian priesthoods, actually, I would even take it further. All of the secret society worshipers are worshiping this deity ultimately. Okay, so in other words, all religion, all the leaders, the preachers are worshiping the divine master, the Black Prince. They're practicing Black arts, hence the Black priesthood, all right, or the dark priesthood. Includes priests and preachers, all right. Back in the day, they wore black gowns and robes, black dresses, all right. The God spell, when you look at Gospels, it has its origin, according to the author, in God's spell. The spell, the charm, or magical incantation, right? By the repetition of certain words of which your eyes shut. Now, this is the ritual of it. And putting your body in the shape of the constellation. Y'all see that? The constellation Orion. Okay, it was believed that the power of omnipotence would be bound to attend to the conjurer. In other words, if you do this, you become omnipotent. All right, this is the God spell, the charm. All right, so when these people are talking with you or communicating with you, they're casting spells on you. They're putting a charm on you, or they're trying to charm you with their personality, right? The Gospels, according to the author, contain magical incantations. And if you're involved in that, right, you are inviting somebody to have omnipotent, or you're inviting yourself to be subjugated to somebody without you even knowing it. All right, so this is the dark science, the black art that was used by the Magi, magic practicing priests, the dark sciences, the dark priesthood. This is what they're using to cast spells on you, to put you in a stupor and not have you be able to see, that you're being used. You're being used, pimped for your energy and for your money, while the religious leader, that rabbi, preacher, whoever, whatever he, she is, lives off of you, lives off of your energy and your money, and you cannot get out of it. All right. A lot of that has to do with the fear of the blaspheme of the Holy Spirit. If you start to research and ask questions, y'all see this? It's a total mind F, right? In other words, it's a psychological attack on you, or psychological attack on the religious worshiper. And you are unaware of it, that you're being attacked with psychic attacks. All right. These charms, these spells, etc. All right. That's the point. That is the point. Let's see what else is interesting. Should we make mention of? Okay. Well, let's read the second to the last paragraph. This is a quote. "You are my children," said the great magician, quote, "shall be first honored by the manifestation of the divine person who is to appear in the world. A star shall go before you to conduct you to the place of his nativity," that is the place of his birth. "And when you have found him, present to him your obligations and sacrifices, for he is indeed your Lord and an everlasting king." End quote. This comes from a book called Borders Oriental Customs. This has reference to the Zinda Avesta of the Persian Zoroaster. So what is this showing us? This is showing us that this gospel story about the birth of a Christ figure has occurred or is written or is plagiarized, lifted from the Zoroaster stories, all right? But there are also other places, Egypt and India, right, that the author mentioned in Astrotheology number 7. We discussed that. All right, y'all, so the call-in number is 530-554-9419, 530-554-9419. So who is brave enough to call in and give us their opinion or anything else having to do with the topics that we're discussing? You don't have to be some type of scholar, right? You could just call in and tell us what you think about what we've been discussing. All right, you don't have to be eloquent or anything like that. All right, y'all, just participate. That's all that's required. All right. So let's look at some. Oh, by the way, let me show the PDF. All right. The PDF is the link to the free PDF is in the description area, y'all, of this video. So make sure y'all download it and print it. All right. This stuff is really, really fun. If you can just make time out of your busy schedule, this is a wealth of knowledge. Once you get this knowledge, you'll be, trust me, the effort that it requires to sit through these live streams and or to read this information, to learn, is worth it. It's really worth it. All right. So let me show the PDF real quick, y'all. It is very, very much worth it. This is transformational type of information. Okay. Rather than sitting around watching videos and hearing people talk, not knowing if what they're saying is true or not, you're getting it. You're getting it from the source. All right. So some people want to know. Other people want to be told. Some people are sheep to be led to the slaughter. Some people want to be told. They don't want to put the effort in so that they can know. So what kind of person are you? Do you want to be told or do you want to know? Okay, if you want to know, you're going to be in these classes, right? If you want to be told, then you're going to have a problem, right? Because this requires time, attention, and effort. Y'all see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So let me show y'all a quote that I think is worth going through for your education. All right. So remember, y'all, this is education first, not entertainment. All right. That's my goal. My goal is to educate you on this topic. All right. So we're going to start from right here. It is not for fun. I mean, that's part of it if we can do it. But this is for education and breaking the God spell so you can take control of your life and believe what you decide you want to accept as true and have a reason for it and have the science associated with it so that you're not just out here believing anything. Okay? Being exploited. All right? So this represents freedom and liberty for you. All right? Some people want to be told. Some people want to know. All right? Me, I like to deal with knowing. So let's go through this. Quote, you are my children. Oh, no, we already did that. So let's go down here to Ignatius. I want y'all to see this. All right? So why are we doing this? Because Ignatius is a historical figure. So we're going to look at some science that having to do with history on the topic, right? Remember, we deal with philology etymology, right? We deal with text in its context, right? We deal with history, okay? We deal with architecture in this book. We also deal with what? Art in this book, etc., etc., etc. So now let's take a look at this historical piece of evidence. The apostolic father Ignatius, bishop of Antioch, in the fourth of the letter to the Ephesians, after admitting that, quote, the virginity of Mary. So we should already be thinking what? Constellation Virgo, zodiac sign Virgo. The virginity of Mary, and he was born of her, so that'd be JC, the Christ figure, as also the story of his death. All right, that's the crucifixion, the going into hell, and the resurrection, were the subjects of this black art. Y'all got that? So here you have historical reference from a prominent apostolic father, Ignatius, the bishop of Antioch, in the fourth to the Ephesians, the fourth letter to the Ephesians, admitting that the Virgin Mary, JC, the Christ figure, all of these were subjects of this black art or hidden science, and done in secret by capital G-O-D. There is your historical reference, all right? So now, y'all, as I said, that's on page 36. So you, my friend, according to the church father, you, every time you pick up your gospel, every time you walk into that church, you are being what? You are being exposed to the black arts. You are victimized, a victim of the black arts, the charms, the incantations, the spell. Remember spelling? Casting spells can be oratory, speech, it could be documentaries. In this context, we're talking about what? Writings. And then when you go into the church, you're going to be exposed to not only the writings, but what? The oratory, the casting spells. And you, my friend, have been victimized by the black or the dark priesthood and their magic practicing tactics, casting spells on you. What spell? The Gospels, the God's spell. So you can break that spell. You can break that spell by educating yourself. You can continue to believe what you believe, but at least have a basis for what you believe. Get educated. Learn what these church fathers have written. Learn the origin, the true historical origin of Christianity. Learn what the church fathers have said in contradiction to the doctrine that you've been learning. Don't study what they said that agrees with your doctrine. Study what they said that does not agree with your doctrine, right? This is criticism, critical thinking, right? Doubting. Okay? And if through all your critical thinking, your doubtful questions, you arrive at the conclusion that what you're believing in is in fact true, stick with it. And if you arrive at the conclusion that what you've been believing in is not true, drop it. Simple, right? This is a quest to return to the Most High, not to maintain a religious belief system. It is a quest to return to the Most High. Whatever you have to drop or let go, let it go. Y'all remember that our ancestors were punished severely, with no mercy, no forgiveness for what? following after these foreign powers and not honoring their mothers and their fathers. All right? Which means, excuse me, which means what? One of the things we discussed in our Saturday class, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time yesterday, is language, Ancient Ibaryath. Ancient Ibaryath language. So what does this have to do with honoring our mothers and our fathers? Well, that's for you to find out. You come to class. Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come twice for free, after which you have to decide whether or not you're going to stay, and then that will involve a tuition fee. All right? So the question is, what does language have to do with Exodus chapter 20, verse 12? What does it have to do with that? All right, so our scholars know. We discussed the topic yesterday. Now, let's continue. But the point I want to make here is that the apostolic father, Ignatius, Bishop of Antioch, coming from the fourth letter to the Ephesians, he admits, quote, the virginity of Mary, and he who was born of her, that is her son, JC the Christ figure, the King of the Jews, Matthew 2:2, as also the story of JC the Christ figure's death, were the subjects of this black art or hidden science. Hidden science to what? Capture your mind and enslave you, make you dumb, make you a coward. All right, make you sleep, make you do things that are not in your best interest, make you look outside of yourself for a savior, right? And you need to go to the priest to get to your savior. So let's make a connection here. Let's make a connection. The author is saying that the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, all right, are subjects of the black arts, this hidden science. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, these are the Gospels, all right? So let's make a connection. The Gospels the author has written were originally written by the ancient Egyptians. That work product was translated into Latin. All right, somehow or another, that Latin document made its way up into Europe, where the European priest got a hold of it and created what we call, or what we know rather, as modern Christianity today. Right? Who was in control of that? The Vandals and the Goths. Everybody see the connection? The Vandals and the Goths. These Germanic tribes who didn't know anything. They had no knowledge of anything. All right? Author refers to them as being idiots, dumb. They had no knowledge of the astronomical or astrological meaning of the text. And they used it to create modern day Christianity, which is oppressive. The author is saying that the subjects, Mary, JC the Christ figure, all right, and his death. So we covered his death yesterday. Also in the class, we looked at a constellation, right? And we showed the astronomical meaning and where the death on the cross comes from. Astronomically, or having to do with the natural phenomena when you look up in the sky, what you see. All right. So we go through stuff like that on our Saturday class, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're more than welcome to come and learn with us. You can come to free classes, after which, if you want to stay, there's going to be a tuition fee. All right. So I hope that this is clear to y'all. Let me make sure. Let me check the live stream. Let me check the stream. Give me 1 second, y'all. I hope this is clear to y'all that whether you are in the Hebrew Israelite camp or a church, you, my friend, are under a spell, the God spell. You have been charmed. Oh, wow. I thought y'all were looking at my screen. So let me go back and show the screen because I want, this is weird. Wow. All right. So this is, oh, I don't understand how is this? Well, let me unshare it and share it. I don't understand. Let me see. Let me share it again. I've been sharing, but you all didn't see it. At least I don't see it on YouTube. Hopefully this will show. I want you to be able to see this for yourself, okay? All right. So page 36 and 37. All right. Okay, so my computer says that it's sharing, but I'm on YouTube and it's not sharing. Give me a second, y'all. What is going on? Hold on. What is going on? All right. Give me a second. I don't see it sharing. Somebody, y'all let me know. Put a 1 in the comment section if y'all can see the PDF. And how in the world does that happen? Anyway, so I'm going to share it, show it so y'all can see it. It's highlighted here. So DrYasapa didn't make this up. All right. So here is the part at the top about the black magic. So if you just read from page 36, you'll get the God spell, the charm, the divine master, the black prince. All of that is here. All right. This hidden wisdom. As a matter of fact, let's go through and read what Paul says. Let's read a quote from Paul. This is at the top of page 36. Paul says, okay, the Apostle Paul calls the theosophy or wisdom of capital G-O-D in a mystery. Now, remember, we're talking about this charm, these God spells, okay, this black art, this black magic. Okay, Paul, this is a quote. This is a quote having reference to black art or black magic. Paul, quote, we speak wisdom, says he. Okay, we speak wisdom, quote, end quote. Says he, that's Paul, quote, to them that are perfect. So who are these that are perfect? Those who are initiated. See, these would be Freemasons or people initiated into secret societies. Okay, to the initiated, okay, to them that are up to the trick on it. In other words, if they've been initiated into these secret societies, they know what's happening with the gospels. All right, we speak wisdom to them that are perfect, that is, to them that have been initiated into the secret societies, those who know what's happening. They've been told that the gospels are fairy tales. They represent the astronomical phenomena in the sky. All right, that's what the author is saying. Let's continue with the quote. Yet not the wisdom of this world. What does he mean by the wisdom of this world? Paul is saying not a science of anything historical or anything that really happened. Y'all got that? Paul is saying that the gospel stuff never happened. But the theosophy or the wisdom or astronomy in disguise, even the hidden wisdom, Y'all see that? That's coming out of Paul's mouth. All right, so y'all, my PDF is not showing. I don't know what's happening. I don't really want to go further. I don't want to go further because this stuff you need to see. All right. So again, make sure you download the PDF. Download the PDF so you can see this stuff yourself. All right. Download it so you can see it yourself. Oh man, y'all. Anyway. Let me see. Where do I want to stop at? Give me a second. Well, I don't know what to do about this, y'all, other than in the live stream because none of my screen shares are showing up. So let me try another share and see if something else will share. Give me a second. All right. Let me see if this will share. Give me a second. So I hope y'all see what this is doing. You can send this message to all of the Hebrew Israelite organizations, all right, and ask them, demand of them that they explain to you whether or not this information that we're going over right now is true. Demand it of them, all right? Don't accept a blow off type of answer. Don't let them blow you off, okay? Don't let them blow you off. Okay, so let's see. Chrome. Okay, here we are. All right. So let me see if y'all can see this. Oh, man. Well. Okay, so I don't see the screen share for this either. All right. Oh, well, this is really, really strange. Anyway. You know what's interesting? If y'all look at page 37, it's going to talk about the 6th of January, January 6th, commonly called 12th day. 12th day because it's 12 days after Christmas, right? 12 days after Christmas, January 6th, okay? The 12th day after Christmas is famous for eating cakes. It's called the Epiphany of our capital Lord. This, my friends, is a very, very, very important day. The Epiphany of our capital Lord, January 6th. It has profound meaning astronomically. We discussed this, and we actually looked at it. We actually looked at the constellation involved in this and the story associated with it. All right. This is an incredible topic here. All right. But to get this kind of information, you're going to have to come to our Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time class. All right. This will give you information about the Christ figure and his life, how he came and how he went, that might shock you. All right. It's going to give you all of the astronomical equivalents of that gospel story. Okay. So keep that date in mind. January 6th, the Epiphany of the capital Lord. All right. What does that have to do with the Christ figure? We're going to stop right here. All right. We'll pick this up later, tomorrow. All right. We'll pick it up tomorrow and then we'll keep going. I'm Dr. Yasapa. We're going to end early due to technical difficulties. I don't know why my screen share is not working, but is working on my on the platform that I'm using, but it's not showing on YouTube. Anyway, y'all, Shalom, I'm Dr. Yasapa. Islam to all of the Moors. Shalom to the entire house of Yasharallah. Thanks for spending your time with me. If you like the content, if you like me, if you like the way I teach, if you think that Ancient Ibaryath is something worth supporting, something worth learning, if you enjoy the astrotheology and you see the importance of learning about astrotheology relative to or having to do with freeing your mind, giving you a basis of what you believe in. If you like that content, if you think it's valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and also consider making an investment or donation into Zion Law School, into Dr. Yasapa. By the way, if you want to support the project that I want to do, it requires funding. I want to write the first 5 books in Ancient Ibaryath with the English literal meaning, no doctrine, no religion, the literal meaning, okay? And with the grammar or part of speech with it. If y'all want to support that project, if y'all see the importance of us having our own document so that we don't have to keep running back to those who oppress us, reading their stuff, using their stuff, which is not ours, and is not meant to benefit us. It's meant to benefit them, not us. Okay, now we've been showing the lies and the deception from day one. And we've been doing it in these astrotheology presentations, right? These live streams from day one. So you know they're there. You know they're there. So let's make our own stuff. Let's produce, publish our own first 5 books of the Bible. So if you think that that's important, if it's important for you and important for all of us, consider supporting us, investing, donating. If you want to do, we have multiple ways you can do it. You can order our books. In the description area of this video, you'll find 7 books that you can just click on the link and you can order our books. That's a form of supporting us, right? You can go to our website, zionlawschool.org, click on products. You can see all of our books that we offer. You can subscribe to 101 Ancient Ibaryath, which is our streaming introductory intensive course. You can subscribe. That supports us. That's only $10, no contract per month, right? $10. Or you can enroll in our Saturday 10 a.m. class, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live online Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can enroll in that. That's a form of supporting us. Or you can give a cash donation, right? You can give a cash donation. Let me stop the share. Let me go to the comments. You can give a cash donation through our Cash App, all right, which is on the screen. $sign Dr. Yasapa. All right. So Mobius Perina says, I can see it. It's sharing. All right. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Thank you very much. Let's keep going. All right. So all right. Or you can use our paypal.me/Zion Law School. All right. So now here we are. I was coming off of page 37. I want to be able to pay somebody, to hire somebody, y'all, to do this for me. All of this technical stuff and the technical stuff that y'all don't see, so that I can focus on teaching and presenting. It would be a better presentation because I won't have to, do 50 things at one time. Trust me, I do one thing at one time best. All right. So page 37 is where you get the information about the Epiphany. Okay. The Epiphany of our capital L-O-R-D, the Epiphany of our capital L-O-R-D. It is a most holy festival of our most holy church, set apart in express commemoration. All right, so this is what? This is a religious practice, right? A ceremonial observance. Commemoration of this appearance of the star, so the magicians, as is acknowledged in the collection. Let me repeat that. As is acknowledged in the collect or incantation. Y'all see that? The incantation, casting spells, charms for the epiphany, or what? Or manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles. Quote, O capital O G-O-D, who by leading of a star didst manifest thy only begotten Son to the Gentiles. This is telling us that the Christ figure was born on January 6th. The first birthday of the Christ figure was January 6th, not December 25th. What type of evidence did we get this information from? Historical information. Historical information. The Epiphany of our capital L-O-R-D, which they're calling the Epiphany, or what? The manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles. The Epiphany, the manifestation, the birth of Christ. The birth of Christ as witnessed by the three magi. January 6th. January 6th is the first birthday of the Christ figure. That has profound astronomical implications. And let me call to your attention the verse that says, they seek to change times and seasons. They seek to change times and seasons. What is the connection? What does that have to do with what we're just talking about? They seek to change times and seasons. Christ's figure was originally said to be born on January 6th. The birth date was changed to December 25th. What's the astronomical phenomena that we're dealing with here? That's for you to find out. I know. Zion Law School scholars know we discussed this in yesterday's class. They seek to change times and seasons. What is the astronomical phenomena? What are the implications? All right. That's for you to figure out. All right. That's for you to figure out. All right. That's the key point I want y'all to know. All right. That's the key point I want y'all to know. The author writes here at the bottom of the page, the festival of the Epiphany, or the manifestation or the birth, right, of Christ is so much more sacred than the festival of Christmas. The Epiphany, the manifestation, the birth of Christ on January 6th is so much more sacred than the festival of Christmas. That's December 25th. Why? Okay. January 6th is more sacred, more holy than December 25th, according to this information that the author is giving us on page 37. That the four successive Sundays which follow Christmas are entitled first, second, third, and fourth Sundays. I'm sorry, not after this, not Christmas, but Epiphany. The first four Sundays after the Epiphany have the title first Sunday, second Sunday, third Sunday, fourth Sunday after Epiphany. Note, while throughout Egypt and the East, whence all Christianity was derived. So the author is telling us again, Christianity has its origin, in other words, the gospel had its origin in ancient Egypt. Written in what? Probably Coptic Egyptian. And the East, what East? In India, Hinduism. And Persia, Zoroastrianism. And Egypt, all right? All of this information collected together, initially having astronomical meaning, astrological meaning, right? Y'all see the profound implications of this? Gospels were not written in Greek. That's not the original language. No. While throughout Egypt and the East, we just defined that, whence all our Christianity was derived. That's where it originally came from, right? But when it went in Latin form, when the priest in Europe got it, they got it written in Latin. And then they made changes to it, translated it into Greek, that gave us what we know as modern Christianity today. All right. But it was derived, or having its origin, again, in Egypt, in India, Hinduism, right? And what? Zoroastrianism. All right. Natural science remixed into religion. Natural science, astronomy, astrology remixed into religion, theology. All right. And all of its various forms of dogma. The day of the Epiphany was considered as the same as the birth of Christ and was uniformly observed on January 6th. Need we say more? That is on page 38. What page are we on? All right. We're on page 37. Let's go to page 38. So let's show it. Here it is. So while throughout Egypt and the East, whence all our Christianity derived, in which all our Christianity originated. Next point. The day of the Epiphany was considered as the same as the birth of Christ. The Epiphany, manifestation, birth of Christ, as observed, as witnessed by the three magic practicing priest. The dark priest, y'all see that? The Epiphany is the birthday of Christ and was universally observed. Universally means everywhere around the world, was universally observed on January 6th. Uniformly, rather. So that means everywhere. Everywhere the birth of Christ was celebrated on January 6th. January 6th. This is why January 6th is a more sacred day than December 25th, right? Christ figure was born January 6th. His birthday was changed to December 25th. Now, why is that? This is astrotheology. So the answer is going to be what? An astronomical or astrological answer. Okay, now we've given this information many, many times, so y'all should know what it is. I'm not going to tell you, go back and think about it. If you can't figure it out, if you're missing information, go back and watch the appropriate live streams. All right, that's why they're there. That's why they're saved on YouTube for y'all to have free access 24/7. All right, now they sought or they seek to change times and seasons. They seek to change times and seasons. Why? To disorient you in time and space, to capture your mind, to put you in a state of fear, to put you in a state where you're always chasing, quote unquote, the truth, right? You're like a dog chasing a bone or a mouse on one of those spinning wheels. You're always searching, always searching, always searching. All right? Keeping you busy. Keeping you busy. That is what makes that God spell, that charm, that makes you susceptible, even more susceptible to their spells. Right? They put you in a situation where your mind becomes more susceptible to their spells. So what are these spells? It's hypnosis, right? Subtle ways, subtle things that are done to influence your thinking and behavior, to put a boundary around what you believe, what you can see, what you can perceive in your mind, and a lot of times even with your own eyes and ears, okay? And then, of course, ultimately to empty your pockets to get access to your wife, your husband, your son, and your daughter. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. We associate or we remember the deity whose name is spelled B-A-C-C-H, B-A-C-H-U-S, the deity of wine, who loves partying and who loves wild orgies. This is also the Christ figure. Go back and listen to Astrotheology number 7, the debriefing we did yesterday. Go back and listen to that, or go back and listen to the whole live stream where we did the reading and the explanation. You'll see that this deity is a pervert. All right. Christ figure and the deity whose name is spelled B-A-C-C-H-U-S are one and the same deity. Now, doesn't this explain what's happening in the church and amongst the Hebrew Israelites? Doesn't it explain that? It sure does. All right. We're talking about black magic, charms, incantations, the Gospels, the God's spell, oral sermons, right? Sermons, and writings, Gospels. All of which, according to St. Ignatius on page 36 writes, quote, St. Ignatius, Bishop of Antioch, In the fourth of his epistle to the Ephesians writes, after admitting that, quote, virginity of Mary, and he was born, and he who was born of her, that's her son, JC, the Christ figure, as also the story of JC's death, were the subjects of this black art or hidden science. Uh-oh, y'all. What's the meaning of hidden occult? This occult science. So wait a minute. The author is telling us that the Virgin Mary, her birth, the birth of her son, King of the Jews, and his death is occult science. But yet you'll hear Christians and Hebrew Israelites talking about occult is spiritism. Isn't that interesting? And there they are, steeped in the occult sciences every time they participate in sermons, in teachings, classes, with their church or with their camp, right? They're being exposed to occult or hidden mind sciences, psychic attacks. Not me saying it. It is what it is. I'm Dr. Yashapa. Thanks for spending your evening with me. It's been a pleasure. Let me stop the screen share. We're going to stop right here. This is only an hour and 10-minute presentation, so it's short, very short. Any questions, put it in the comment. If you have any questions or you make any comments, call in now, 530-554-9419, 530-554-9419. All right, so let me give it a second. See if y'all get the courage to call in. Now, if you call in, I don't challenge you. I'm not going to ask you test questions and all of that. I'm going to let you speak your piece, and then you can go. So no need to feel intimidated or afraid to call in, okay? No need to feel that way at all. Okay, so I'm on your side. I don't care whether you agree or disagree with anything I'm saying. That's not the point of this, okay? I'm not an egomaniac. I don't want to be challenged. You can challenge me. You can disagree. You say whatever you want to say. That's the whole purpose of this. It's education. All right? Education. Okay, so thanks everybody who has supported this promotional campaign to move this particular book, 911 Ibaryath Rescue, our purple book. This is going to teach you the ABCs of our ancient language, Ancient Ibaryath. All right. So you can buy, this is the only book that we sell, that we publish and sell, that I want you to buy on Amazon. All right. This is the only one to buy on Amazon. This is the international version. It's black and white. All right. The color version of this is the same, but it's going to cost you $10 more. So we recommend that you buy the black and white version of this. So this is what we're promoting through this series of astrotheology lectures. Okay. Remember, Zion Law School, our business is teaching Ancient Ibaryath. Our ministry is teaching Ancient Ibaryath. That's our primary work. Okay. Astrotheology allows us to demonstrate the principles of etymology. Okay. And let's see what else I got for y'all. That's really it. That's really all I want to cover today. So the major takeaway here, I think it's clear. We don't have to review anymore. All right. So I think it's good to go, y'all. I really think it's good to go. So in closing, let me say this. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to 101 Ancient Ibaryath. If you're sitting on the fence, pull the trigger or jump, right? The scariest part is when you jump. After that, you're going to love it. It's only $10. Don't worry about whether or not you have time to do it. Okay? You go ahead and subscribe now, and you figure out the time as you go. It's only $10. So all of you who are supporting us, all of the new subscribers, thank you for your support. I can't speak for the Most High, but I can assure you this, your effort to return to the Most High does not go unnoticed. Okay, it does not go unnoticed. It's one thing to talk and to feel, and it's another thing to actually take action and do. Okay? Who wants to be in a relationship with a woman or a man who's just talking, telling you how they feel, but they ain't doing nothing? Right? Much better to be in a relationship with somebody who's what? Doing and demonstrating, taking action. And then you can see by their action what their motive is and how they feel about you. All right, so let the Most High see by your action. Subscribe to 101 Ancient Ibaryath. This is a streaming course. You can do it at home. You can do it at work. You can do it at lunch, at the park, wherever you want. It's a streaming course, 24/7 access to it. $10 per month. What else can you ask for? The language is being made available to you. This is an intensive, comprehensive course. I teach it. If you like my teaching style, you'll like what I'm teaching in this course. And let me tell you, the course is phenomenal. Does it require time, attention, and effort? Of course it does. It's a language, right? But what you're going to learn is going to blow your mind, especially the Ibaryath word studies. Okay. If you like being a detective, okay, I know there's a lot of women out here who like being detectives. Y'all like figuring stuff out, especially about your man, right? You're going to figure it out. A lot of Miss Sherlock Holmes. Well, these Ibaryath word studies present puzzles. I don't really know what I want to say, but y'all will love it. Y'all will really, really love it. All right, y'all. I'm Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. Islam to all of the Moors. Shalom and to the entire house of Yasharallah. Y'all remember that you are the law. You are the substance and the subject matter of the law. All land is yours by birth. That's right. Allodial title. Step up and make your claim. Step up and make your claim by allodial title. 16 nations of Moors. We are all the same. We are sprung from the earth, right? Don't forget about the Sabian Moors. Go back and watch Astrotheology number 7. We did it yesterday. That's debriefing. Also go back and watch that live stream where we went into great detail about it. Always remember the Sabian Moors, okay? They are recorded in history as being what? Worshippers of the stars. But what was the worship really? And what was it initially? Was it worship in the form of giving time, energy, effort, great study, living your life around your knowledge of the solar system? Or was it a religious thing? Initially, there was no religion involved. All right. Things descended into that. Okay. But the point I'm trying to make is that our ancestors studied astrology, astronomy as a science, natural law, natural phenomena. If you know how to use it, it will greatly improve the quality of your life, your happiness, your wealth, and everything else. Islam to all the Moors. Shalom to the entire house of Yasharallah. Let's return to the Most High. See y'all tomorrow.